Yo, YouTube, what's good? So today we're going to be reacting to this video titled Joe Bartolozzi Fans Turned on Him. The video is by Novely. Let's get straight to it. I did watch some of this video already, but I also seen people talking about this on TikTok. Let's look up Joe Bartolozzi. See what pops up. Joe Bartolozzi. Bro, Joe Bartolozzi, you got to give credit to where credit is due. He was one of those people that really did an amazing job transferring his audience because he came from short form and then he moved from short form to YouTube. And I seen a clip of him talking about how he moved everything. He went from short form to streaming to YouTube to streaming. So he used like his streams as a way to pump YouTube content, grew his YouTube audience, which led people back to the streams, which is why he's so successful, bro. He averages like what, 5, 6, 7,000 people in his lives. That's not the videos that I wanted to see. I wanted to see somebody talk about. Here we go.
Y'all are mad at Joe Bart for saying that he messes with his girlfriend over y'all. Twitch followers start each year and end each year with their dick on 1 HP, bro. And this is why. Y'all got such a parasocial relationship. Y'all thought that your opinions were his opinions. And you think just because you got a certain opinion about oh boy, that he's supposed to have the same exact one. Worse yet, that he's supposed to tell his girl, hey yo, don't be saying that. And this is why y'all walk around with Sahara jeans, abstinent Amiris, and you can't even help it because you don't even view it as a problem. Joe has a girlfriend. Joe cares about his girlfriend. Joe also agrees with his girlfriend. But even if he didn't agree with her, at no point in time would that turn into, yo, let me hurry up and get myself off this leash for my audience.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think the reason why people feel like this is just due to where we're at in social media, right? These streamers, especially the ones at the top, they give so much to their audiences. They do marathons, they stream 24/7. Every aspect of their lives, you pretty much know about it. You know who they're dating, you know everything. There is no like barrier, you know what I mean? There's no boundaries anymore. So when you see somebody like a Joe Bartolozzi or like even like a Queso, they have boundaries. Like when Queso gets off, he's living his life. Nobody knows what his day-to-day is like at all except for him. You know what I mean? Or same thing with Joe Bartolozzi. So it's like this space has conditioned people to be a certain way. And I agree with him. I feel like, bro, he stood on business. He said what he needed to say. He said what he needed to say, bro. Why are you commenting that, bro? He said what he needed to say, and I think he's right. I don't think he's wrong. Like, you really think that Joe Bart was going to break up with his girlfriend for his viewers? That sounds fucking crazy when you say it like that.
9 times out of 10, the people who be telling dudes that they got a leash on them from their girl have a lifetime membership to the hub, bro. Like, no.
You're on a leash. Like, what? What, bro? Come on. It's called compromise. So he's supposed to break up with her because of a minor inconvenience, bro. Just because, and it's just like, this shit is really crazy, bro.
That's not how that works. You parasocial. And I'm glad he told y'all that if you hate his girlfriend, you should probably leave. Because that means you don't really mess with bro for bro.
Yeah, because they want him to be what they want him to be. And that's what I hate about the internet, because people try to do the same shit to me. And it's like, bro, you don't... Some people, I don't know what it is. It's like their brain just... It's like works different, bro. People will come up with an image of who you are in their head. You don't even know how they see you, bro. And they assume that you're a certain way, and they get mad at you when you don't move in accordance to that. And it's like, bro, every 10 times out of 10, I am not going to move the way that you want me to. I'm going to stand on business, bro. And I fuck with Joe Bartolozzi because he's one of those creators that I kind of want to emulate my success after, bro. Like, he lives his life. He doesn't do anything crazy. He doesn't clip farm. He doesn't humiliate himself for views, bro. He just gets on. He yaps about literally anything, and then he plays the game. And he has success doing it, bro, which is amazing. And this just shows that he's a regular guy. Like, he's not... Most of these streamers, bro, do you remember, like, back in the day with Ice Poseidon, when he used to, like, when he like showed his address and his life was so open, and they told him to break up with what's her name, Caroline or whatever his name is, whatever her name is. You remember that girl from back in the day? This was like 2017. And he broke up with his girlfriend for his chat, when in reality, behind the scenes, they were still together. And when they found out, the wave that came afterwards was even worse than the first one. It's better for you to set the boundary, stand on business, and let the moment pass than to fold, because then that realizes, okay, like, yo, this is, you know what I mean? People care too much about what their chat says and making their audience happy, and it can be at your own expense, and that's not fucking worth it. That's not a life that's worth living, if you ask me.
I'm like, who the f*** are you to tell me that I don't give a f*** about something, you dumb? If you were one of the people in the comment section saying you hate my girlfriend, don't watch me. But at the same time, again, when I do share my opinion on certain touchy subjects like this, and then I start receiving death threats, and so does she, I'm done. I'm not talking about it anymore.
Recently, it seems like Joe Bartolozzi's fans have all turned against him, as he's come out rejecting a part of his fan base that seems to be upset about his political opinions, along with the fact that he has a girlfriend who doesn't share the same opinions as them. It gets pretty complicated and truly sad when you look into it, because it's just a man trying to have fun on the internet with a bunch of people now sending death threats to.
People need to grow up, bro. It's like you are around people every single day that don't. It's like the internet has radicalized people. You're around people every single day that don't share 100% of the views that you do. It's okay. But people, they feel enabled by all this. Why? Because they exist in an echo chamber. They're normally around people who think 100% like them. And the moment that they don't, they start throwing those labels. Like, let's say you're a fucking leftist, right? The moment that you don't agree with one thing, you're like, oh my God, I knew it. You're conservative. You're right wing. You're MAGA. I knew it all along. And it's like, bro, we just disagreed about one thing. Like, I just didn't agree with you about this one small thing that doesn't make me X, Y, and Z. It's just that you're mad that I don't follow 100% of what you believe. And it's like, bro, a lot of these people are just fucking like sheeps. They just want to follow the pack and just be accepted, bro. Shit is
him
weird.
And his significant other, purely because they share different views, and no matter how many times he points out how he truly feels, people are just taking his word, not even listening to them, and giving their own opinions on what he's actually saying. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself, so why don't we start from the very beginning with who even is Joe Bartolozzi, for anyone that's unaware, and how did he get in the situation in the first place?
Make it a thing to start changing smoke detectors so I don't have to hear the constant whenever I'm at somebody's house, because this is insane. Why do you not change it? It takes 10 seconds.
Yo, when did Joe Bartolozzi start TikTok? Does anybody know?
If I'm at your house and I hear beep, I'm telling my friends, give me your PP3 battery, bro. Give me a PP3 battery and a goddamn air, and I'm gonna go and put that back in. Quick reload, dude. Press R. At that point, you're just gonna let your house burn to the
quick reload is crazy.
How do you have that happen? How do you have that beep for 4 months? 4 months, you just let it sit there and
For anyone who's unfamiliar with who Joe Bartolozzi is, he used to be a TikTok creator who made yapping style content, screaming at the top of his lungs over the most mundane things that are going on, or just talk about problems that are going on with his life, personal stories, and things of that sort. After he amassed a big following, around 1 million followers on TikTok, he transitioned into doing Twitch, and now he's more of a live streamer slash YouTuber as he streams on Twitch and uploads.
That's like the way to go eventually. You gotta, bro, that's the beauty of short form content. It's like once you get a certain amount of exposure, you're able to transfer a certain amount of your viewership over. But a lot of the short form people, bro, oh my God, bro, they be so fickle, bro. They be so fickle, and they just pea brains, bro.
Any of the clips slash VODs
became popular around 2020 COVID
YouTube channel for individual videos, and recently he's gone under a bit of a controversy, not only because of the things that he said, but mainly because of people not liking the things his girlfriend said and wanting him to associate her opinions with his opinions and actually X her out of his life. Seems pretty complicated when you really
think. They wanted him to cut off his girlfriend for them. What is up with people, bro? Like, what is up with people nowadays? Like, the entitlement is crazy. If he gets along well with his girlfriend, they've been together for so long, and you've seen something that you don't like, what makes you think that you have the ability to, one, tell that to someone? Because you would, bro, nobody would say that in person. You would never say that to anybody that you know in person, but you feel the need to voice that online, which is the craziest thing to me. It's like, this parasocial shit just went too far, bro.
Think about it, but it all started with the Charlie Kirk situation and him giving his thoughts about it.
And then on terms of takes too, this is like one of those situations where with the Charlie Kirk, you're gonna see every take under the sun, right? From people being entirely unapologetic to saying that he should have died, which is, I would say, insane, to the other side, which I also say is insane, of people relating him to Jesus Christ himself.
Yeah.
Like, that is the...
Bro, you know they want to make a Charlie Kirk coin, bro? They want to make a Charlie Kirk coin. What the hell is going on, bro? And it's like, here's my thing about this, right? The people who are on, I believe in the horseshoe theory, bro. I think a lot of the people that are on the ends of the political spectrum really believe a lot of the same shit. It's just that they don't identify with each other, but that's a whole different thing, right? But these people that are on the ends are the most vocal. They're the most die hard. They're the most loud. Why? Because they're the most radical. I feel like a bunch of the people that are in between share the sentiment that, yeah, it was bad that he died, right? But at the same time, a lot of what he said was crazy. And it's like, yeah, you shouldn't die over your political opinions. But at the same time, nobody's going to sit there and mourn that. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like somebody, you're not going to mourn it. But at the same time, you don't want them to die for having that opinion. And I think that's the normal take. But there's some people who, the moment that you say that, they're like, what do you mean? And it's like, these are the people that on the edge that are just the most vocal, bro.
Ends of the spectrum that you will see.
Did I explain that good, or was that like a whole lot of nothing?
Both of these. And I think if you want my take, I think regardless of how I perceive Charlie Kirk, right, I don't agree with him politically. I think the assassination of anybody is obviously wrong. Right. I don't think, even if I don't like him, that he should have died. Right.
I want to make it very clear. It's not like he championed Charlie Kirk's death or anything. He just gave how he felt about the situation, which didn't in any way, shape, or form make it seem like he was happy that someone had passed away. But that didn't really matter. We're in the digital age of hating. I mean, you're literally watching a video of me explaining why a ton of people hate Joe Bartolozzi. People just want something to hate on. And because it seemed like they couldn't hate on Joe for his take, even though some people did because it was pretty mild, they went after his girlfriend instead, whose entire content is mainly around political topics and conversations just like this. And she was way more outspoken of how she felt, even reposting certain things talking about the Charlie Kirk assassination, which caused her and him to get hate simultaneously, with some people even coming into Joe's comment section talking about how his girlfriend has him on a leash. It's talking about how she has him
gave me a different outlook. That's cap.
Whipped.
I saw a comment the other day and it really got to me, pissed me off. I talked about the Charlie Kirk situation. I think I had a very modest take on it, and there was a lot of people that were about me in the comments of like specific random shorts. I just gotta say, there was like one guy that was like, Joe doesn't care about his chat or the things they go through. He just I'm like, who the are you to tell me that I don't give a about something, you dumb?
What the fuck does that have to... Huh? Oh my god. Like, you see what I'm saying, bro? People on the internet just want to talk. They don't want to listen, bro. Like, word of the day, comprehension. Like, the comprehension skills of people has went down so much. How did you take... my mind didn't even get to that point. My mind didn't even register that. Like, oh, he doesn't even care about his... I thought that was reasonable. Why did you throw a big hissy fit and cry like a bitch over there? You don't even care about his chat. Are you good in the head, bro? Like, that doesn't even... How do you get to that conclusion? I'm mad confused.
Number one, I want to say that. Number two, if you were one of the people in the comment section saying you hate my girlfriend, don't watch me. I just got to say that. I know my girlfriend's political. I know you might not agree with her. If you're going to talk to my girlfriend, I don't like you. I don't like you. Know that, right? I don't give a if you don't like my girlfriend's political takes.
You know, that's a good... I respect this so much. He set a boundary, bro, and... You should trim... I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, the only thing that really matters is your community. And, like, the people who are here conditionally, bro, just get them out of here, bro. Trim that fat. Because it's better to not even have those people around that are just obsessed. You know, oh my god, bro, fuck your girlfriend. Like, you think he would sit there and... What sane, rational person would just sit there and be like, you know what, bro? You're right. Matter of fact... Fuck that bitch. Let me just go ahead and cut her off right now. Let me block her right now. You know what, bro? I never even realized that you were right. Like, what? No human being, no sane human being would do that.
You, right? Go fist yourself. I gotta say that. I don't care if you're fan of me. If you're gonna make, you realize like that's, and there were so many people that were like, bro, he's just a shill. Like she's got him on a leash. No, I just agree with my
What?
my girlfriend. And secondly, even if she did, she's my ride or die. She's my girlfriend. That's how that works in life, man.
Don't get me wrong,
Nah,
a lot
facts.
of content creators love their fan base. I mean, they literally wouldn't be
People
doing
act like when you're in a relationship with somebody, y'all have to be on the exact same page. You have to believe the exact same shit all the time, 100%. You do realize when you're in a relationship with somebody, there's going to come a point in time when disagreements happen, right? There's going to be times when, you know, if you were raised a certain way and this person was raised a certain way, you're not going to see eye to eye like that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's when you have a conversation and you come to an understanding. It's called compromise. Y'all should try it. Maybe that's a reason why relationships suck. Y'all want that person to just be a carbon copy of you. You know, if that's the case, why don't you just date yourself? You should just be alone. You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck would you want somebody? Like, you're never going to be 100% with anybody in this world. Even a sibling. Two kids could grow up in the same household under the same conditions and turn out to be two completely different people. You know what I mean? Like, even then, it's called compromising.
any of this if it wasn't for you guys. Even me, I love my fans. Love seeing the comments y'all make, replying to y'all, and seeing what thoughts I might have on certain videos I make.
Keep it a buck, bro. I'm gonna say this, bro. I respect Joe Bartolozzi, and he's one of those creators that I will want to have his community. And what I mean by that is like the way that he built everything up and the way that he got everything to transfer was perfect, and the way that he's managing his community is good because yeah, you ran into a speed bump right now, but by you setting that boundary and standing on that, that shit is not gonna happen again. Because they're gonna be like, all right, yeah. Joe is you know what I mean? Like, he's this kind of person, and the people who really support him are gonna respect him because they realize, damn, he's not, you know what I mean? He's not doing anything to keep his view count. He's not doing everything to just stay up. He's doing this shit because he genuinely cares about having the right community, and people respect that, bro. And that's the type of shit that I want. I'm not gonna sit here and, dude, you should do a gaming marathon, and you should sleep on stream, and you should take a shower on stream and dig in your ass. Like, I'm not gonna, like, no, bro. When this shit cuts off, I'm living my life, bro, and that's how it's gotta be. There has to be distance. But by people giving their lives to social media, bro, it created this entitlement that they feel like they could just have this control over you, bro. And I hate that shit, bro. People feel like they know shit, and it's like, you don't even know what happened off. Y'all don't even know what happens off camera. You don't know. You're speaking on people that you do not know. That's a definition of a parasocial relationship. You are on a filter, especially if you're on Twitch. Man, what? You know how many people will say one thing on camera and then behind the scenes they could be completely different people, have completely different beliefs. That's how it is with a lot of content creators. They be like, nah, bro, I can't have this political opinion because I'm gonna get canceled and I'm gonna lose my sponsorship. That's how people be thinking behind the scenes, bro. Do you know that? So it's like they're just appealing to you. A lot of these creators are not who you think they are. They're just doing shit so they don't get banned, or they're doing shit for the money. They're doing shit for the sponsorships. So you shouldn't even be thinking about it like that. That's weird. Like, this is not The Sims where you're just controlling somebody's life, bro. No, it's not even rage baiting. It's just fucking unemployment, bro. That shit is like, does that not drive you crazy?
On how I can even improve.
Bro, and I'm the type of person, I hate when people speak on me. Because that situation happened to me, bro, during the fucking streamer university shit. Like, that shit made me, oh, bro just sat in his room and just wasted everybody's time. Like, who the fuck do you think I am? Like, deadass, who the fuck do you think I am? You think I'm just gonna be running up and fucking embarrassing myself and trying to do Riz content all the damn time? I don't do that shit. I'm not doing that shit. That shit is lame. If people feel like they know you, especially me, I don't show shit that happens with me. And people feel like they know me, and I'm like, what? You have this idea of me that's not even me. And that's what a parasocial relationship is. Like, people have this speculation about you. It's not even really you.
But having this much of an input on a content creator is literally insane, especially when it comes to their personal life. It's
exactly,
something
and then they feel, oh, bro was in his room. Like, I wasn't even in my room. But they don't watch and they don't give a fuck. And the people that are probably saying that don't even probably watch Joe's streams. That's the funny part.
To give input on in the first place. It is just
like, I can
weird
relate
and
to this.
odd behavior that definitely needs to be corrected. And I don't understand how you can get this parasocial to the point where you could think that Joe's relationship is him being with because he agrees with his girlfriend. It only makes sense. That's probably why they're dating. They agree on a lot of topics, and even politically, it would make sense that they would agree as well. And you would think for this to be that big of an issue, his girlfriend must have had some outrageous take. It must have been something insane, and that caused a lot of people to truly be upset, when that's literally not even the case at all. She even recently had to make a video clarifying how she truly felt because people were misconstruing her words.
Nobody should die because of their political opinion. We should not be supporting gun violence or political violence. We cannot condemn gun violence in one scenario while condoning it in another. However, how you die does not redeem how you live. That is all I'm going to say.
Even with her response right there on how she truly feels, people
that was not even crazy. What the heck?
Heard that, let it go through one ear.
I'm not gonna lie, Joe Bart got him. Yeah, he got him a baddie or whatever.
Condemn gun violence in one scenario while condoning it in another. However, how you die does not redeem how you live. That is all I'm going to say.
Even with her response right there on how she truly feels, people heard that, let it go through one ear and right out the other. Even with Joe's original take on the situation, not even happy about the situation, not saying that people should be championing it, and not saying people should be happy about it, not even telling his audience, well, who cares, just make fun of them all in my chat. None of that. Yet people still took that and made it seem like it was a bad thing of what she said. And it was a bad thing of what he said. To the point where they were going on massive hate raids for his chat, his DMs, all of that. Really because they didn't like.
So like Joe, I guess he just has like a super, how does he have a super right-wing audience though?
What his girlfriend was reposting.
Someone on Kai's stream said Kai should shower with Gigi on streams. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? How does shit even get to this?
And saying, but in all reality, it was nothing but what everybody else was saying. And if you've done any research on this Charlie Kirk topic, you know that on the two ends of the extreme, they are nowhere near close to either of them, because it can get so much worse with these mild takes that they are just saying. And obviously, because of all the hate and backlash that Joe was getting all of a sudden, he went back on stream the very next day and talked about the situation more in depth. And it seemed like to a normal person, he was just repeating himself when he really shouldn't have to.
Political comments that comes to join the concept. Recently, he said how if you hate my girlfriend, don't watch me, which is fair. What if I don't disagree with her politically, especially with the recent disrespect towards the Charlie Kirk assassination not sitting right with me? It's not disrespect. The amount of people that somebody already clipped another fucking thing of it. Brooke never condoned the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and people were like, she reposted stuff about it, and I'm like, no, she reposted stuff basically saying that she's not mourning his loss, but that it's still fucked up that he got shot, right? Like, that's kind of
isn't that the normal take? That's normal. Like, that's literally imagine being canceled for being a normal person, bro. What?
I'm saying, the people that are like, fuck you, fuck your girlfriend, you fucking cock, I'm like, okay, don't.
Huh? What?
Watch me. You know, and then people are saying.
Damn, to me, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like this is what happens when you build the wrong audience, and the people that you think were watching you, the people that you brought here that were watching you for certain reasons were not the right ones. And that's what I mean when I say, bro, like, I'm about to be talking about a range of topics and a range of subjects, and I don't give a fuck if people give me any pushback for it. I don't give a fuck if people feel some type of way, because the right people that are going to come are going to be the right people. Do you know what I mean? And the people that support you are going to be the ones that are locked in with you. Gang, this generation is psychos. Oh yeah, tell me about it.
That I would like support the death of him. I'm like, I don't support political violence or gun violence by any means. I never said that, and neither did she. So I don't know why people are pulling that out of their ass. I think they just need something to attack because they don't like
yeah, because they're not actually listening to listen. They're listening to respond. That's how most people are. Their interpretation in a way, they don't listen to shit, bro.
The liberal media take. She did repost videos that were basically like talking about the things that he didn't agree with.
It seems like we're going around and round in circles. Each clip I show you is literally a new chatter or a new person or the very next day, and it just seems like Joe is repeating the exact same thing over and over again. In all reality, that's really what it is. Because while these chatters may be donating to him and
be a situation like this, bro,
fans and supporters of him, they aren't really supporters of what he feels and what his ideals actually are. At least that's what it seems like. Because unless he's saying exactly how they feel, they seem like he is just turning into a different person because his girlfriend is—
oh my god, Joe, My dopamine. You're not agreeing with me. No! You're a cuck. I hate you. Oh my god. You're on a leash from your girlfriend. No, you need to be on my leash, not her leash. She's changing you. You're not the Joe that I know anymore. Oh my god, bro.
Is feeling the exact same way as some on some of these topics, they have to find someone to point some finger at somebody, or why they wouldn't be sharing the same opinion as Joe Bartolozzi. Mind you, Joe is somebody who makes his political takes.
And they be doing that in Moist Critical too. They be like, oh my god, he just says the popular take. I mean, maybe he's just a normal person. And in the moment that he doesn't say, well, I think the same thing happened to fucking Moist Critical when he gave a take. They tried to cancel him for that shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
A lot of his opinions very clear on his streams. People have the option to donate to him to have him talk about certain honest matters. That's what you've seen happen most of the time. Yet someone is finding something new to be angry about when in all reality he has not said anything different. Yet as he said, clarified the situation over.
Moist is a fence. How is he a fence sitter? Oh my god, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
And over and over and over again to no avail and to no different opinions, but people just coming on and hating on him more and more. And not just him, but his girlfriend, because they feel like that's the reason for why he feels this way, why they're not sharing the exact same opinion. It's parasocialness and just weirdo-ness online to a whole nother level. It doesn't make any real sense because, again, as I'm telling you, Joe is pretty open about how he feels, and he's open about this on every single topic, even posting videos like that on his YouTube channel clarifying how he feels on some of these topics. So it makes no real sense why people are coming here getting mad at him and getting mad at his girlfriend to the point of sending literal threats to them because they disagree on a topic, when the topic they're talking about literally is meant to be about how people can have differences in opinions but not wish death upon people.
I am never speaking about that again. Okay? Don't ask me. If you send me a dono about it, I'm not reading it. Because the more and more I talk about it, and I'm not even saying anything different. If anything, I'm kind of trying to clarify that I'm not condoning gun violence or political violence whatsoever, and neither is my girlfriend. And the more I say that, the more people are going, no, he likes that. And I'm like, dude, you're not even listening to what I'm saying. So I'm done talking about it, okay? I don't want to fucking share my take on it anymore. And I'm not going to not share my political take on it, because obviously I think it's somewhat important for me to share my opinion to an audience that is receptive of that. But at the same time, you don't have to agree with me. But at the same time, again,
yeah, I think it's better that he continues to share his opinions, bro. Move on from this subject, but keep saying what's on your mind, bro. Don't let people try to bully you because you scared of the fucking backlash, man. That shit is crazy.
I do share my opinion on certain touchy subjects like this, and then I start receiving death threats, and so does she. And we're dealing with that. I'm done. I'm not talking about it anymore.
I think this is a classic case of parasocial fans going way too far and imprinting how they feel about something onto Joe Bartolozzi, when in all reality, he just feels something completely different. It should be sad, but it shouldn't happen because, again, Joe is someone who makes how he feels very clear and allows people to, again, donate so we can hear about.
Yeah, nah, that's true.
Feel a certain way. Not only is that not going to work, but it's going to get you ostracized.
Yeah, fuck what everybody's saying, bro. Shout out my boy Novely, though. Fuck what everybody's saying. Stand on fucking principles. Stand up for what the fuck you think is right, bro. Don't let nobody try to bitch you, whether that's somebody in the chat or a commenter or anything, bro. Stay true to yourself, because that shit will pay off dividends in the long run. I fuck with Joe Bartolozzi.